This is Robin on the Road, your concierge for all things travel. And today I'd like to take you on the road with me to Richmond, Virginia, and a tour of the Jefferson Hotel. Pack your bags, let's go. On a recent on-the-road trip to Richmond, Virginia, I had the pleasure of visiting the Jefferson Hotel. I have been to the Jefferson several times and have found it to be one of the most beautiful, elegant, and historic hotels. Set on the hills above the James River, the hotel was a labor of love for Louis Ginter. Born in New York to immigrant parents, Ginter will arrive in Richmond and fall in love with the mild winter climate, magnolia-lined streets, and quiet pace of life. Perched on Shockoe Hill was the capital of Virginia, designed by native son Thomas Jefferson. Impressed with the architecture, Ginter would soon fall in love with all things Thomas Jefferson. A major in the Confederate Army, Ginter was present when Richmond was set ablaze and will stay and try to save the property of friends. Present at Appomattox during the surrender, he returns home to a city in ruins. He will make his fortune in tobacco and be the first to offer rolled cigarettes. He will begin and develop business in New York and Richmond. Using his personal fortune to rebuild Richmond, he is the person most responsible for the rebuilding of the city. With the desire to bring travelers, he will help design and develop the Jefferson Hotel. Ginter wanted a hotel that would rival the Waldorf Astoria in New York. Travelers from New York to warm Florida in the winter meant that Richmond could capitalize on rail and carriage stops, as well as Richmond's mild winter climate. The hotel would serve as monument to Thomas Jefferson, whose love of architecture would be honored here. With 12 proposals, Ginter, along with partners John Pope and George Ahrens, chose the firm Carrara and Hastings of New York. The design is based on a Medici villa in Rome, but more detailed and ornate. Construction begins in 1893 with plans for a library, billiard room, Russian and Turkish baths, and something new, a ladies' salon. Featuring electric lights, hot and cold running water, steam heating, and a telesemi, precursor for the telephone so you could call for room service. There will be 308 guest rooms and 34 rooms for employees. The statue of Jefferson will be the centerpiece, and Ginter will import Carrara marble from Italy and commission Edward V. Valentine to sculpt the statue. Valentine's international reputation allows him to borrow Jefferson's own clothing for the sculpture, and he will hold a copy of the Declaration of Independence in his hand. By the time the hotel is finished, the costs are between $5 and $10 million. On October 30th, 1895, the hotel will open its doors after 27 months of construction to an invitation-only preview. Thousands of Richmonders will flood into the hotel and marvel at its beauty. The doors open for business on November 1st, 1895, and people will travel from all over to stay at this world-class hotel. It will become known as the Belle of the 90s. Ginter will add unique creatures to his hotel. A tame raccoon named Jefferson would greet guests around the rotunda and became a favorite for guests and staff alike. Alligators lived in several places, but primarily the Palm Room, where the Jefferson statue is located, with the last alligator, Old Pompey, who will die in 1948. Faulty wiring is to blame for a tragic fire that consumed 3/5 of the hotel in 1901. A wealthy group of Richmonders decide to rebuild the hotel for the 300-year celebration of Jamestown. They add their touch with faux marble columns, Rococo and Edwardian touches. They will add 220 new rooms to the 110 that remain from the original and an east wing with a grand ballroom. The hotel will be struck with another fire in March of 1944, taking the lives of 6 people. In 1980, the Jefferson will close. The U.S. government wants the land for a new Federal Reserve building, but Richmonders want their hotel back. Beginning in 1983 and costing $34 million, the Jefferson Hotel will reopen in May of 1986. adding stained glass, wood carving, gold leaf ornamentation. The original floors were cleaned and restored. Refurbished many times since, the Jefferson Hotel is on the Registry of Historic Places. The Jefferson Hotel has hosted 13 presidents, from Benjamin Harrison to Barack Obama, and many well-known people such as Charlie Chaplin, Elvis Presley, Ray Charles, Frank Sinatra, Charles Lindbergh, Prince, James Brown, Paul Newman, Robin Williams, Jerry Garcia, and many more. The museum at the bottom of the grand staircase gives some history on the hotel, as well as several pictures from the past. The hotel has 2 restaurants. La Mier is an upscale, multi-room, award-winning restaurant. The fireplaces, bar, and many salons are like stepping back in time. TJ's is a restaurant bar located where the original lobby was, and it's here where Sunday brunch is served. Sunday brunch is truly a treat at the Jefferson. There are 2 sittings and every kind of breakfast food, plus raw bar, salad bar, dinner bar, lunch bar, all are included along with your champagne. Christmas is especially beautiful at the Jefferson. I always feel elegant touring the hotel, visiting the gift shop, and admiring the original art. Things to know before you go. The Jefferson Hotel is located on Franklin Street with valet and paid parking available. Reservations for Sunday brunch are absolutely a must, as times around the holidays and Mother's Days will need to be booked at least a year out. Packages are available on the hotel's website and can include dinner, champagne, tours, and more. The hotel is centrally located and provides transportation to the tourist locations around Richmond and the airport. The largest conventions can be accommodated here. I highly recommend the next time you're in Richmond, you stop for a visit at the Jefferson Hotel. Whether you stay, dine, or just visit this elegant historic hotel. Please smack that bell and subscribe, and show me some love with a like or a rumble. And check out my latest video on the holiday lights at Ginter Botanical Garden, located in Richmond, Virginia. Yes, that very same Lewis Ginter. I will provide links in my description for the hotel and other information. Until that time, this is Robin on the Road, your concierge for all things travel, and I hope to see you out there on a road of your own. Until then, safe travels.